Zambia is expecting one of its strongest maize harvests in years. Normally, that should mean lower food prices and relief from consumers. But there's one problem. Fuel prices have surged. So which force is stronger? A bumper harvest or expensive fuel? Zambia is about to harvest the largest maize crop in its history. According to the latest crop forecast survey, maize production is expected to reach approximately 4.94 million metric tons this season. Last season, Zambia produced about 3.86 million metric tons. This means that farmers are expected to produce more than 1 million additional tons of maize this year, which is a growth of nearly 28%. Under normal circumstances, this data would give straightforward expectations. More maize means more supply. More supply means lower maize prices. Lower maize prices should eventually mean cheaper mealie meal for consumers. But there's a complication: fuel. When you step away from the fields and pull up to the fuel pump, a different story emerges. What's happening is that Zambia is harvesting what is expected to be a record maize crop, while diesel prices remain sustainably higher than they were a year ago. In May 2025, diesel sold for 27.38 per litre. By May 2026, the price had risen to 33.99 per litre, an increase of about 24%. At the same time, mealie meal prices have moved in the opposite direction. The national average price of a 25 kg bag of breakfast mealie meal fell from 344.41 in May 2025 to 289.12 in May 2026, a decline of about 16%. This creates an interesting economic tug-of-war. On one side is a bumper harvest expected to add more than 1 million tons of maize to the market. On the other side, a cost of moving grain from farms to depots, millers, and markets has not fallen at the same pace. As a result, logistics is becoming a more important factor in determining how much of the production benefit reaches farmers and consumers. The fuel shock is likely to slow down the decline in food prices. In other words, consumers may still see lower maize and mealie meal prices, but perhaps not as low as they would have been if fuel prices had remained stable. The real lesson from this year's season is that agriculture is no longer about production. Farmers can grow record harvests, but profitability increasingly depends on what happens beyond the farm gate: transport costs, energy prices, storage, processing, and market access. Zambian soils have proven they can feed the nation. The question now is whether our supply chains can deliver that abundance efficiently enough for both farmers and consumers to benefit. What are you seeing in your district? Have fuel costs affected your farming or marketing decisions this season? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.